conditions, scope of works, checklist, and discussion after the presentations. For the project background, it aims to support the proposed night operation of Siargao airports through the installation of an abbreviated precision approach path indicator, or APAPI system, which includes the necessary civil electrical control and power supply facilities, as well as a dedicated CCR electrical room and illuminated wind direction indicator to provide pilots with essential guidance for safe approach and landing. I would like to read the invitation to bid. So, the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, through the corporate operating budget for 2026, intends to apply the sum of 26,229,642 pesos in 85 centavos, being the approved budget for the contract to payments under the contract for bid number 267408 Alpha, and bids received in excess of the ABC shall be automatically rejected at bid opening. The completion of works is required 210 calendar days, and bidders should have completed within 10 years from the date of submission and receipt of bids, a contract similar to the project. Bidding will be conducted through competitive bidding procedures using a non-discretionary pass-fail criterion as specified in the IRR, otherwise known as the New Government Procurement Act. And bidding is restricted to Filipino citizens, sole proprietorship, cooperatives and partnerships, or organization with at least 60% interest or outstanding capital stock belonging to citizens of the Philippines. And interested bidders may obtain further information from the CAAP and inspect bidding documents at the address given below from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. And of course, except on national and local holidays. A complete set of bidding documents may be acquired on August 6, 2026 until deadline of submission from the address below, and upon payment of the applicable fee for the bidding documents pursuant to the latest guidelines issued by the GPPB in the amount of 25,000 pesos, inclusive of any taxes imposed by relevant government agencies. The procuring entity shall allow the bidder to present its proof of payment for the fees by presenting the official receipt in person. It may also be downloaded free of charge from the website of the Philippine Government Electronic Procurement System, PhilGEPS, and the website of procuring entity, provided that bidders shall pay the applicable fee for the bidding documents not later than the submission of their bids. And the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines will hold a pre-bid conference that is today, August 13, 2026, via video conferencing or online. And bids must be duly received by the Bids and Awards Committee Secretariat through manual submission at the address indicated below on or before August 25, 2026, 9:30 a.m. And late bids shall not be accepted. All bids must be accompanied by a bid security in any of the acceptable forms in the amount stated in the ITB Clause 16. And bid opening shall be on August 25, 2026 at 9:30 a.m. at the given address below, and or via Zoom, Google Meet. Bids will be open in the presence of the bidders' representatives who choose to attend the activity. Now, the Civil Aviation of the Authority of the Philippines reserves the right to reject any and all bids, declare a failure of bidding, or not award the contract at any time prior to contract award in accordance with Section 70 of RA number 12009 without thereby incurring any liability to the affected bidder or bidders. These are the key dates of procurement that I mentioned earlier. Now, written requests for clarification must be submitted within the period prescribed in ITB Clause 10, and any formal amendment will be issued through a supplemental bid bulletin. For further information, please refer to Mr. Leandro R. Marquez, the BAC Head Secretariat for CAAP. Or you may also visit the following website for downloading of bidding documents at caap.gov.ph. Now move to the instruction to bidders with corresponding bid datasheet. For eligible bidders, under Section 5.2, participation of foreign bidders is not allowed for this procurement only if eligible documents bidders may participate. And for the SLCC, contracts similar to the project shall refer to the to supply, installation, testing, and commissioning of a PAPI system, or other comparable airfield ground lighting or visual navigation aid system, including associated electrical and civil works. The bidder must have completed a single largest completed contract, SLCC, similar to the project within the last 10 years from the date of submission and receipt of bids, with a value of at least 50% of ABC adjusted to current prices using the PSA consumer price indices. Bids not complying with the above instruction shall be disqualified. For subcontracting is not allowed for this project. For documents comprising the bid technical and financial components, under the PCAB, the bidder shall possess a valid PCAB license or a valid special PCAB license in the case of a joint venture with specialty classification SPNF, navigational facilities, registered with the type and cost of the contract with an allowable range category B or higher, valid at the time of the submission of bids. And bids not complying with the above instructions shall be disqualified. For the list of contractors' personnel, the minimum work experience requirements are listed, is shown on the screen. For the list of contractors' major equipment, the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. For civil works equipment, as shown on the screen, for electrical installations are also listed on the screen. For again, for the documents comprising the bid, the ABC as mentioned is 26,229,642 pesos and 85 centavos. And any bid with a financial component exceeding this amount shall not be accepted. And the bid prices shall be quoted in Philippine peso, and payment shall be made in Philippine peso, and bids will be valid for 120 days from bid opening. For bid security, the bid security shall be in the form of a bid securing declaration or any of the following forms at the option of the bidder. The amount of not less than 2% of ABC, that is 524,592 pesos and 86 centavos. If bid security is in cash or cashier's check or manager's check, or the amount of not less than 5% of ABC, that is 1,311,482 pesos and 14 centavos, if bid security is in bank draft guarantee, revocable letter of credit, or surety bond. Now, in case the bidder is required to extend its bid validity, the bidder may at its discretion substitute a bid securing declaration for the extended period as a replacement of its bid security. This is the substitution. The bid security form is allowed, and bid securing declaration, the following forms may be used: cash or cashier's manager check issued by a bank, bank draft guarantee, or irrevocable letter of credit issued by bank, provided, however, that it shall be confirmed or authenticated by a local bank, issued by a foreign bank, if issued by a foreign bank. And surety bond, callable upon demand, issued by a surety or insurance company duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security. And it may also consider bid correction for this project. Under 25.b, bid correction shall be allowed. Partial bid is not allowed for this project. Is packaged in a single lot, and lot shall not be divided into sublots for the purpose of bidding evaluation and contract of award. Under the post-qualification instruction to bidders, these are the following requirements po. The bidder will the lowest calculated bid that complies with and is responsive to all the requirements and conditions submit its latest income and business tax return filed through EFPS, key personnel licenses, certificate of site inspection, manufacturer's authorization certificate or equivalent document confirming the bidder is authorized to supply, install, and provide support of the airfield ground lighting system component, e.g. APAP units and illuminated WDI. We also require manufacturer certificate of compliance with frangibility requirements and its supporting technical documentation for the exact APAPI and WDI models offered. It shall demonstrate compliance with the applicable provision of the CAAP MOS or IKO Annex 14. Lastly, certification under oath attesting the bidder has no pending case against the government. Legal clearance issued by CAAP Enforcement and Legal Service with respect to the non-pending cases of the prospective bidder against this authority, and bid bulletin, if any. Now, failure to submit any of the post-qualification requirements on time or a finding against the veracity thereof shall disqualify the bidder for award, provided that in the event that a finding against the veracity of any of the documents submitted is made, it shall cause the forfeiture of the bid security. Now, upon signing of the contract, other contract documents that may be required by existing laws specified in the BDs are the following: construction schedule, bar chart and S-curve per CPM, manpower schedule, construction and installation method, equipment utilization schedule, shop drawings for APAPI system, layout, electrical connection, and civil works, and lastly, construction safety and health program approved by DOLE for the project purchase installation of APAPI system at Siargao Airport. For the performance security, posting performance security declaration in lieu of performance security may be allowed in this project. And the performance security shall be in the form of the amount of not less than 10% of the contract price. If the performance security is in cash, cashier's check, manager's check, bank draft guarantee, or irrevocable letter of credit, or the amount of not less than 30% of the contract price if performance security is surety bond. Under the general condition of the contract with corresponding special condition of the contract, works consists of the procurement and installation of APAPI system and all associated civil, electrical, and mechanical works necessary to ensure its complete functionality, including the installation of illuminated wind direction indicator and the construction of equipment room for the CCR and control equipment and associated component. Before I forget, the site is located at Siargao Airport, Barangay del Carmen, Siargao Island, Surigao del Norte. For the key personnel, under the general condition stated in SCC, the contractor shall employ the following personnel: project manager, electrical engineer, civil engineer, safety officer, foreman or site supervisor, or electrician. Now, bidder shall propose and identify the names of key personnel and corresponding designation for the required project, including their respective PRC licenses, company IDs, and relevant experience. For the advance payment, the amount of the advance payment shall be 15% of the contract price to be paid in lump sum upon submission of the irrevocable standby letter of credit or bank guarantee. Our progress payment shall be made based on actual accomplishment, including delivery of major equipment, installation works, and final testing and commissioning. For the first progress payment, the advance payment shall be repaid with the contractors deducting 15% from his periodic progress payments, a percentage equal to the percentage of the total contract price used for the advance payment. For reservation clause, these are the based on the following grounds, no? Violation which will warrant suspension, which include, but is not limited to the following violations below. Failure of the contractor duly solely to its fault or negligence. Failure by the contractor to fully and faithfully comply with its contractual obligation without valid cause, or failure by the contractor to comply with any written lawful instruction of the procuring entity of its representative pursuant to the implementation of the contract. For the procurement of infra projects or consultancy contracts, lawful instruction include but are not limited to the following. Ito po yung employment of competent technical personnel, competent engineers and work supervisor, provision of warning sign and barricades in accordance with approved plans and specification and contract provision, stockpiling in proper places of all materials and removal of the project site of waste and excess materials, deployment of committed equipment, facilities, support, staff, and manpower, renewal of the effectivity dates of the performance security after its expiration during the course of contract. Another is assignment and subcontracting of the contractor or any part thereof, or substitution of key personal name in the proposal without prior written approval with the procuring entity. Poor performance by the contractor. And any of the following acts by the contractor shall be construed as poor performance: negative slippage of 15%, quality of materials and workmanship not complying with approved specification, and willful or deliberate abandonment of non-performance of the project of the contract. So these are the lists that will be contained in the bid documents under 27.2 under SCC. So 27.2. Paki-review na lang po ito for the prospective bidders. For the program of work, no day works are applicable to the contract. The contractor shall submit a program of work to the procuring entity within 7 days of delivery from the notice of award, and the period between program work update is 14 days. And the amount to be withheld for the latest submission of updated program of work is 1/10 of 1% of the contract price for each day delay to be deducted from progress payments. And the percentage to apply to the value of the work not completed is 10%. Now, for the extension of the contract, this is under SCC 44.5. So I'll just mention a few na lang po. Extension of contract may be granted during rainy, unworkable days considered unfavorable for the prosecution of the works at the site based on the actual condition, major calamities, delay attributable to the procuring entity, other meritorious causes determined by the PE and approved by HOPE, such as shortage construction, materials, general labor strikes, and peace and order problems. Granted due delays in the delivery of major equipment beyond the contractor's control, unforeseen site conditions, suspension. And that's it po sa provision for allowing extension of the contract time. And then lastly po sa SCC, yung operating and maintenance manual, should be given to the procuring entity or to the end user. The date at which operating maintenance manuals are required is at least 7 calendar days prior to testing and commission of provisional assessment of the works. Of course, we will ask for the as-built drawing and submitted within 30 calendar days upon completion of works or issuance of certificate of completion. And the amount to be withheld for failing to produce the as-built plan or as-built drawings or an operating maintenance manual by the date of required shall be equivalent to 0.01% of the contract price for each calendar day delay to be deducted from any monies due to the contractors. Such withholding shall continue until the required documents are submitted and accepted by the PE. For the scope of work specification na lang po, and we have also, of course, yung general requirements. This is provision for the necessary mobilization and demobilization activities. Site works, which includes excavation works for APAPI pavement, cable, counterpoise, concrete encasement, manhole, handhole, control cable run trench, and including incidental excavation for proper installation, well, as shown in the drawing. Site works include backfilling works for the above items stated above. For civil works, supply, delivery, fabrication, construction, installation of the following items below. Yung PVC ducts, reinforced concrete encasement, that is for taxiway. This includes installation and concrete restoration to original design or from the original design. And then the PVC ducts, reinforced concrete encasement for taxiway. Yung size niya po is 110 mm diameter, including installation, concrete restoration to the original design. Again, manholes, handholds, and concrete pavement for runway 0, 1, and 1 yan. And yung additional po is theodolite pad construction. For electrical works, supply, delivery, installation of the following items below are also specified in the BOQ. That is the conduit, copper bonded steel ground, detachable underground warning tape, bare copper wire size 14 mm square, test pits, and exothermic welding for 14 mm square copper wire to ground. There is also a provision for the construction of CCR area where the CCR will be placed. So supply, deliveries, fabrication, installation of the following in accordance with approved drawings and specification while ensuring workmanship and compliance with applicable building standards. So may doors and windows, ceiling, columns, beams, wall section, roofing, flooring, cable trains, and yung lastly po is air conditioning system of 2.5 horsepower inverter type. So also shown in the drawing rin po yan. And of course, yung abbreviated precision approach path indicator, APAPI system or units. So APAPI light units, specified requirements shown in the bidding documents of the supply, the isolation transformers, primary connector kit, concrete foundation for APAPI complete with transformer base, primary cable, secondary connector kit, and yung 3/4 inches diameter liquid tight flexible conduit, rubber tape, and electrical tape. So yung specification po is detailed on the BOQ for detailed information po. And the illuminated wind direction indicator. The supply, delivery, fabrication, construction, installation of the following items. Ito po yung solar wind cone assembly, wireless handheld controller, and yung WDI concrete pavement. In compliance po riyan sa MOS. Kaya meron po tayong concrete pavement na po. This area. And of course, yung power control and monitoring system consists of CCR or constant current regulator, air circuit selector, and an XLP cable, MCCB, and conduits, which is installed inside the new CCR area. For checklist and technical and financial documents, you may see it on the last page of the bidding documents. We provided this section or this section for the bidder reference. What to submit during the opening of bids. Okay, that concludes the presentation. The end user is now ready to address any questions or concerns regarding from the prospective bidders regarding the technical requirements and scope of the project. Thank you.
Thank you, end user. For the prospective bidders of this project, the floor is now open for your questions po.
Good morning. This is Shirley Lagura from Everton.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, with with regards to key personnel, which one are we going to follow? The list in the bid data sheet or the list in the SCC?
Can you repeat, ma'am? Di ko narinig.
With regards to key personnel po, which are we going to follow? The list in the bid data sheet or the list in the SCC? Key personnel po. Wala.
Ano po yung nakita ninyong discrepancy?
Sir, yung sa sa list of key personnel, may list kasi sa bid data sheet, may list din sa SCC. Alin po doon ang ipa-follow namin?
I think, ma'am, kailangan i-follow nyo since nailagay ko na po yun sa BDS. And ma'am, yes po. Ma'am, saan po kayo nakakita ng discrepancy doon? Ano pong key personnel?
Sir, doon kasi sa bid data sheet is 1, 2, 3, project engineer, civil engineers, safety officer, technical electricians. Doon kasi sa sa SCC, may project manager, may ganun po.
Okay. Sige, ma'am.
So,
yung i-follow nyo lang po, ma'am, yung sa
bid data sheet po.
at saka sa SCC, ma'am, kasi we could also define yung project manager as also yung project engineer doon eh. Pwedeng i-assign nyo na lang naman yun, ma'am eh. Kung siya yung project manager or siya yung, might as well may ilagay nyo na lang po, ma'am, lahat po. Since ni-required ko naman po.
Sige po. Tapos yung regarding bid securing declaration, please confirm if yung LCB is yung award criterion po.
Yes po, ma'am. Lagi naman ganun, di ba? Yung ating
LCB.
Oo.
Yes po.
Lagi pong lowest calculated bid ang
Yes po.
Ah.
Tapos sir, yung regarding sa bid data sheet is yung identification number of the contract. Siguro na miss lang po. Bid number 267408 Bravo. Diba alpha po ito sir?
I-correct na lang, ma'am.
Okay.
Talagay po doon.
Tapos sir, if ever na may query pa kami, magsulat na lang po kami in writing.
Karoon ng typo lang din sa
Yes po. Tapos sir, if ever na may query pa kami additional, we will put in writing na lang po.
Yes po, yes po.
That's all. Thank you.
Any more questions po?
Ito po, ma'am, yung concern nyo kanina. Yung questions may be raised during the conference, but for formal clarification, must be submitted and writing within the prescribed period po. Para maging formal po yung natin. Thank you, ma'am.
Any more questions po from other prospective bidders? Well, salam. Okay. Hearing none po, we will now close the pre-bid conference for this project. Please be informed that you can still submit your queries and questions to the BAC by emailing bac@caap.gov.ph po. You have at least 10 calendar days before opening of the bids. For now po, you are now excused from the rest of the meeting. Thank you po.
Thank you po, ma'am.